Hello. I think we're live. Yeah, and I hope you can hear me. So, hello to you all who just tuned in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much indeed. And I wanted to say one simple thing that here now, today, we are talking about italki and how you can use it for your own good, for learning the language and to become a better language learner, so to say. Okay, so with any further ado, I'll just go through a bit of info about the platform, the same as about the ways how you can benefit of it. And later on, I'll I'll give you a chance to actually, just really ask me any questions about the session or about italki or about anything else for that matter, just any questions that you have. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for registering on italki. That's the first step, as I say, and it really is. So you are on the right way if you have already done it. If you have not, why don't you just try it out? It's so simple. I mean, yeah. Well, I must say here that most of you are probably aware about italki, but I'll just give you a brief info in case you didn't know about the platform. And I'm so pleased to talk about it just because I'm a part of it too, So, what is italki mainly? italki is an online platform, right, that kind of connects students and teachers, because there are no teachers without students and vice versa. So, can you imagine that? We've got maybe more than 10,000 teachers already. And the rumor has it, I'm one of them. How weird is that? It really is. So look, we also have a lot of languages for you, and I'm pretty sure you will be able to find your language, the language that you're learning. You know what I mean? The language that you trying to learn. Maybe the most important thing is to try to give it a try. Yeah. So. And here now we're talking about the ways how italki can be helpful in not an easy matter, I would say, right? So, uh, with that being said, I must say, like, one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that I just told you a little bit about the platform um, suggests a simple thing that like we can see each other during an actual online lesson. Yeah, that's possible. Why not? So keep it in mind and let's move forward, shall we? Oh, I it just came to me, that there was a research that was conducted by Queen's University along with University of South Carolina. And guess what? italki came out as a platform number one for learning a foreign language. My heart just sings because of that, and it's quite impressive. And you know what? I mean, according to the results, it takes only 19 hours in order to move from one level to another. Isn't it great? I mean, isn't it amazing? I think it is. So, especially, well, that kind of frustration that you have to go through when you're a student. Um, I mean, let's say if it's a proper university or college, it takes the way more time in order to move from one level to another. Or maybe if you take Duolingo course, it also takes a bit more. And Rosetta Stone for that matter. So fantastic. I'm so thrilled because of that, and really great results. And okay, it's just, it's just a statistics, but it kind of matters because it shows you the tendency, right? And it just, yeah. So here now, I would love you, my dears, to think about first of all, time, second of all, money, and third of all, uh, convenience, I would say. Yeah, these three, like, yeah, are golden three, so to say. Okay, time, money, convenience. Wow. So, hello, Alu. Hi, it's nice having you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, first of all, is time. Well, we want to save up time while learning the language, right? Furthermore, we want to move a bit faster than usual, right? We want to kind of know what we're doing and, like move faster. So time matters. And in case of languages, time basically kind of plays against you. Well, unless you're not 5 years old, maybe 4 years old. And I don't think we have that kind of audience here. So time matters. Okay, that's my first argument. Number two is what's that? Think about it. I said, but of course, I know, like money. Yeah, it's it's a difficult one. But hey, platform is highly affordable, and tell you what, I think like a lot of people can find a possibility to pay for the classes because it's affordable. And we've got, like, remember, more than 10,000 teachers. So imagine that you've got a lot of choice, right? Financial choice, so to say. Um, yeah, so here you go. Argument number two and argument number three. Convenience. Well, of course, we want to like feel so comfortable and convenient while having classes. Isn't it true? I believe that it is true, meaning that like you can have a class from wherever, like you just need like internet connection. That's pretty much it. And voila, you have it. So it's like really, really convenient. Um, Another thing that I must say here is, well, you you choose like you can manage it, so it also creates for you like very, very good conditions. So yeah. Oh, Alu, thank you so much for your comment. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's good to know that you are about to become to improve your English. It's good to know. So I'm getting back to where I started, and I said about convenience. So these three, it's like three brothers, or three sisters for that matter. Wow, it's truly great. Okay, so here and now, ladies and gentlemen, my dearest ones, I've got something for you. By the way, I I didn't tell you my name. My name is Demi. It's Demi. It's quite simple, isn't it? Yeah. So, and me, Demi, has got something for you. You know what it is? Do you? Oh, really? How come? I know you don't. Do you? So look, it's a coupon. It's a coupon that you can use and actually book your first online class with a teacher of your own choice. It could be me, it could be not me, it could be anyone else. Your choice, remember? And later on, we will be talking about a couple of ways how you can actually really, really like find the right one, the right teacher for yourself. Okay, so look, what you need to do, I'll put the details in the chart, but prior to that, before doing that, you can see it here. Actually, you just go to italki/recharge, and that's pretty much it. You'll see there a little field, and you just put my name there. Am I talking too fast? Oh, thank you so much. The paper is not visible. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your. I'm sorry. It's yeah. Now it's supposed to be visible. Okay. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your comment. It's so nice of you. Thanks. Look here. Okay. So you go to italki/recharge, and you just put my name, which is DEMI. Okay. 4 capital letters. Yeah. I hope now you can see it. Here, a bit closer or a bit farther. I'm sorry. Now stable position. Yes. Um, it looks like somebody stood there and just took a picture of me doing that. How weird. Okay, so I'm going to put the details in the chat too. So, people who will tune in, they will just find out easily about it. Okay, here goes. Okay, and of course, I know the link. Most importantly, the link. Okay, italki/recharge. Fine. Okay, we are moving on. Okay, and right now, I would love to talk about how you can create a goal for learning a language, okay, and why goal matters. It's a small chapter on the way, so I'll try to tell you like how important the goal is. If you already have the goal, why don't you just write about it in the chart? And I would be so pleased to know that you've got a goal. Okay, look, ladies and gentlemen, my dears, the thing here is that what does basically goal do? It just gives you a lot of self-discipline, okay? And also it gives you just discipline for that matter. So that's why it's so important to have a goal. And you know, everybody who starts learning a language already has a goal. You know what I mean? Everyone who starts learning the language already has a goal. He has already set it. In what way? Look, it's like a goal that is already there, and it means fluency. Okay, that's the goal. It's fluency. This kind of it's a sweet word, isn't it? Fluency. I find it rather sweet. So that's the goal. It's already there. Everybody who kind of stands on the path of the language already sets this goal automatically. Now, check it out. We need now to find out uh, like a big goal, What could be the goal? What do you think? It's simple. The goal could be something that you find quite difficult in case of your language learning. I'll give you an example, okay? Mm, let's say I want to learn Vietnamese. Um, I know that Vietnamese has like 6 tones. So I find tones very difficult, and that could be a goal for me. So to become better in tones. Yeah. So let's say you have this goal. It's a big goal, and later on, I can think about the strategy how I can get to that goal. Moreover, I can just break it down. So to create from that big goal, create smaller goals. You know what I mean? Is it clear? If something is not clear to you, you can just like type it in the chart, and later on, once we are done with the main part, which is like 4:30 in 15 minutes, we will have a chance to just discuss things. This is the part that I love the most, a bit of interaction. So if you want, if there is like literally anything I can help with, just type it in the chat and I'll be back to it. Okay. So I was talking about the goal and mini goals. Okay. Big goal becomes smaller goal. and that small goal becomes smaller goal. And yeah, so the point here is basically to inscribe your goal, or to put simply your goal into the time of the class, which is like 45 minutes, 1 hour, half an hour, I don't know, 1 hour and a half, depends upon you. So yeah, that's the point, that's the main idea behind it. Okay, this is part number one, and there is also like a second part, which is the every and each goal must be realistic. You know what I mean? Like, it's so important to have your goal realistic. What do I mean? I mean that if I like tell myself, well, Demi, I want to speak very well in Vietnamese in let's say in 2 weeks. That's not, it's not real, isn't it? I mean, is it? I'm sorry, it's not real. Like it's just, I know that it won't happen. So for this, I just need to really estimate my own ability, what I can do and what I cannot. Yeah, so that matters so much. Like when you really, really can just look inside yourself and tell yourself, okay, I can do it. Yeah. So you see, goal and time. Okay, these two things. So setting a goal and choosing realistic goal, and yeah, moving towards that. Okay. Yeah. I hope it's clear, and I'm pretty much done here. So look, the one more thing, the last but not least. Okay, it's like putting exact, like precise terms, precise words, sentences to your goal. Okay, so the more exact you are, the better it is. Are you catching it up? It's like, yeah, be more exact, be more precise with your goal. Okay, fantastic. So choose like some words, phrases. Okay, that I mean, I find it so helpful. And yeah, wow. So what will happen now? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I will move on first of all, and I'll tell you that for the goal, you should have a, I call him like Neo, okay? Like the one, right? You need to find the right teacher for yourself, somebody who will guide you through all of the difficulties on the way, somebody who will be like, who will take you under his or her wing, so to say, right? And it's so like wonderful when you find the right one. So here now, I'll try to guide you through a couple of things on the platform, and I'll help you with just practical points mainly. Okay, I'll give you like a piece of advice how you can find the right teacher for yourself. Okay, does it sound cool? If you just tune in, this is italki online lesson, and we're talking about italki. How, wow, surprise, surprise, huh? Well, yeah, italki and how you can use it to become a better language learner. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, moving on. In order to do that, I will just share my screen with you. Okay, so don't be afraid. Okay, don't run away. It's just screen sharing, and it's so genuine. And I'll just do that, and I'll guide you through, as I said before. Okay, I hope that it won't hard. Don't worry, it's all right. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen. I think now you're supposed to see my screen. And this is the platform. You just go to find a teacher. And look, I'm giving you key points. I'm giving you like the essentials, okay? Like that what works for sure. Okay, here goes. First of all, you just need to connect your goal to the search engine. Does it sound interesting? I don't know. Yeah, I think it does. Look, the thing is that you just connect your goal to the search engine, and here you can write about exact sort of tags that you're looking for. Anything that can be a part of your goal: listening, writing, reading, acting, theater, you know, like humor. You can write here anything you want, okay? So this is number one. Now, advice number two, always try to speak to native speakers. This is like so important. Yeah, just because, you know, there's a lot of like natural exposure to the language and a lot of like a lot of various like cultural things that matter a lot, you know. Everything matters here, and it's like a complexity of the language, and I strictly believe in native speakers. But it's quite personal. You can try also with both. Yeah. Now, well, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. What I'm gonna do now, I'll just choose another language and I'll go through one of the pages of one of the teachers. Okay, well, let's say Catalan. It's my choice for today, and we've got zero teachers. No, we do have someone. Yeah, we do, of course, 33 of them. So, um, well, I would say like, yeah, we're gonna choose George. Okay, he's our lucky one today. So look, you just choose a teacher, and what happens then? Remember, I give you like here now practical kind of advice. So please follow. It's simple. Okay, look, first thing you see, it's of course the video, and like I want you to watch the video because this is the energy. This is the door that just, you know, sort of opens up slowly, and you can like take a peek into that, you know, like take a look, a slight look, and like, whoa, that's just amazing how like you can find out a lot about the person or the persona of the teacher, you know. That's why always, and I repeat myself, always watch the video. Yeah. Next step, look, contact teacher. You know, sometimes people think about it as something not quite important, but it is because here you can describe your goal and you can describe like your objective. Remember, I told you before that it's like crucially important. So please use this button just to really, really like describe your goals because it saves up your time. Okay. That's why I want you to be like brave enough to communicate with your teachers. And I know you are brave, but I want you to be braver. Okay. Fantastic. Now, look, you've got here a lot of things and you can go through it on your own. And the last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to tell you is reviews. Always try to read reviews because they could be very, very helpful and useful. So also kind of helps you to identify whether it's the right teacher for you or it isn't. Okay, I hope that it's clear. I mean, there's nothing complicated here, but if you do have some questions about it and you haven't found like the right teacher for yourself, just let me know. Put your question in the chat and I'll be so pleased to give you an answer. Okay. Oh, look, here goes. Here you've got, I mean, I'll stop sharing my screen actually. It's enough. Enough of that, right? Yeah. Did it hurt? I hope it didn't. So now you're supposed to see me. Hello to all of you. Hello to those who just tuned in. This is italki online lesson with me, uh, Demi. That's my name. And yeah, it took me a while, huh? Yeah, amnesia. Oh, sorry. Yeah, look, so we're gonna move on right now, and most importantly, I'd like to tell you a couple of more things, okay? And this is the last section here, and then later I'll be waiting for your questions, and a bit later than that, I will just try to develop a topic, okay? How you can move from one level to another in no time. I'll be giving you some practical advice. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, my last section here, we have 5 more minutes, is how to get the most of your online classes. or lessons for that matter. How to get the most of your online lessons. Mm, 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 mm. I know, I know, I know. It could be quite difficult, but look, we all want to get the most of online classes, right? Yeah. So here, like a bit of advice for you. First of all, make sure that everything is ready, inside and outside. You know what I mean? That the weather inside corresponds to the weather outside. I mean, like sometimes we just not properly, we are not ready because, yeah, so everything should be okay with that too, because it influences upon the general progress, so to say, right? So make sure of that. Okay, number one. Number two, mm, always try to kind of put more accent on speaking. You know what I mean? Like, um, always try to. You can follow it by like percentagely. You know what I mean? So, let's say that maybe you start from zero, but then you can just start like actually adding it up and giving like, even if it's like 0.5%, it's okay. Most importantly, that you have to grow with it like percentagely, yeah, with your speaking and time that you dedicate to speaking during the class. um Sometimes people start from 100 and this is just genius, but hey, you need to find your own ratio, your own balance, so to say. Okay. um Fine. So I hope it's clear. And here goes, ladies and gentlemen. So more speaking. And also, I mean, try to sort of like give time to all of the four pillars of the language, right? So reading, well, I would say this way. There are two passive skills and two active. Like we talk here about reading and listening and writing and speaking. Okay, so but try to dedicate time to all of them. Um, that's really, really important. Now, if it is important, then try to concentrate more on speaking during your class. Okay, others you can improve them on your own, but the class is your ultimate possibility to make it practical and use everything what you've learned before, right? Fantastic. So next step, and this is the last one, okay? And I'm gonna finish a cycle here, and then I'll go for another 15 minutes with your questions. Or without them, I'll try to develop something else, okay? So lastly, I'd like to tell you a bit about recording, okay? Um, Always try to record your sessions, your online classes. Why is that? Well, first of all, it's a great tool to work on your mistakes. Second of all, it's a great tool to work on your memory. Third of all, it's a great tool to understand a lot, not only about the language, but also about yourself. Isn't it enough? Didn't I give enough arguments? I think I did. So, yeah, at least three, the rule of three. Yeah. So here goes. You have it. And I hope that it's clear. Like, I mean, is it clear? I hope it is. So record your sessions. That's my kind of advice. And later on, maybe I'll develop it. I'll tell you a bit in details why you have to like record your sessions, why it matters a lot. Okay. So here now, I have to say that well, you you are great. Here's like I applaud you because it's been like half an hour, and if you're still listening, then I'm thankful indeed. It means a world to me. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Here now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to answer your questions. Okay, if you have any question about that what I was talking about, or anything else that is related somehow to the topic, please put it in the chat and I'll give you an answer. Okay. So yeah. And if we don't really have any questions, then I'll just go on as I promised. Okay. Yeah. So question time. It's question time. Question time. It's question time. Yeah, it is. Question time, you know. Hey, it's question time. If you have a question, it's wonderful when people have questions. It's like, you give birth to something and, it's so, I think it's like, it's a movable force. It's like a driving force of, I don't know, of the language learning, but also of this life. Um, but what am I bubbling here about? I look forward to your questions. That's it. So, quick reminder from you, ladies and gentlemen, in the chart. Okay, we have a question. It's Gilon. Uh, the question: do you teach French for my free lesson? Oh, mm, Gilon, you've got to excuse me, but I don't really understand the question completely. I don't teach French, no. As a language, no, I don't. So, if I got your question correctly, then let me know. If I didn't, then just please specify it or somehow try to explain it. Okay, try to maybe change the words so I can understand it, because you know that our understanding is just like that. And then the point here that we can always explain things. So that's why I'm asking you to explain it to me if you could. Okay. Thank you for your question anyway. Thank you for your comment. Uh, Meanwhile, maybe Zhilang is trying to explain it. I have to say a quick reminder from me, ladies and gentlemen, you've got a free coupon. Remember, it's in the chart, and it's already there. You have extra $10 for your first purchase, your first class, and you can use it if you haven't done it before. Okay, and it's simple. You just go to italki/recharge, and you write. There is like a special field there, and you just write there DEMI, which is my name. And for those who might not be able to see that, because I know that it might happen, look, here goes. This is just a wonderful piece of paper. And now you're not supposed to see me, but you're supposed to hear me. Can you hear me? Hey, look, here goes. It's DEMI, all capital letters, and you can get 10 extra dollars just like that. Hey, hey, hey. One click. You can use it anytime. So, okay, please use it. If I were you, I would just use it straight away. So because it feels like, yeah. So Jilan, okay, you wrote something. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Did I make you smile? It's so nice. Oh, my heart just, smiles too. So thank you so much. You've just joined italki. That's amazing. Look, you're on the right way. So yeah, it's amazing. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I know that it could be like, so I apologize for that. Okay. Thank you for your comments. Okay, you're at work. Whoa. And you, oh my goodness, you are dedicating time to me while doing something else. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thanks a lot. I hope that I do not like sort of interject or intervene or interrupt. So, all right. Look, a bit of interaction, that what we need sometimes. Now, I will move on as I promised before because we don't really have any questions. But if we do, I'll answer that straight away, just like that. I'll just interrupt myself and go. I'll be back to you, okay? Um, Whoa, Majid. Oh my! I don't know. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. I see your comment and it's amazing. Thank you so much. It's so like motivational. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's wonderful because it makes people like sort of, keep up and go on. Thank you. All right, so right here now, I'll tell you a couple of things, okay? And I will be talking about how you can move from one level to another, and I'll tell you like just a okay couple of I did. Wow, it's amazing. Thank you. It's good to know that I did not make any mistakes there. So, as I said before, I'll give you like practical advice about it. Okay, so here now, I'd like to tell you how you can surround yourself with the language. Okay, how you can surround yourself with the language. We have 10 minutes, and I'll be talking about it. Okay. So surrounding yourself, it's basically creating a bit of artificial environment around you, right? And I have to tell you that right now it's possible just because we've got all of the devices and we've got internet, so you can do it. And you can do it not only like from the device, but also from your own heart. Trust me, that's possible. Yeah. And it's more complicated work, but you can do it. Okay. So are you following? Surrounding yourself with a language that you're learning. How can you do that? There are two ways about it. First one is passive, another one is active. Okay, I guess I won't be able to talk about both because it's a long and complicated topic. Yeah, and I need some whiskey for that, and I've got only water. It's just a joke. I'm sorry, kidding. So what happens here is a passive way how you can surround yourself. It's simple as that. You just need radio. Okay, radio. Yeah, radio. It's a wonderful device that allows you to surround yourself with the language that you're learning. More or less depends upon the language, but I think that you might find that what you're looking for. I'm pretty sure. If it's English, then you are in a winning position. Well, the problem with English that is like too much of it, so you have to really, really be concentrated on one thing. However, I've got to tell you that how can you do that? Well, it's simple. You just there are two ways about it. You just download or go to any page where you can find the radio. You can use TuneIn for that matter, and you can start listening, surrounding yourself with the language because on the radio they've got pretty much everything that you need from the language. Yeah, and it's just you kind of absorbing all of the materials, right? And you can do it also in both ways, passive and active. Passive would be just you turn it on and you just try to listen and maybe concentrate. An active way, it's when you choose something more specific and you choose it as a material and you start working on it from the inside, okay? Like you really, really train your listening skills and so on and so forth. Audiobooks, amazing. That's a wonderful way to do that too. Uh, Video games and podcasts. Here you go. Yeah, Podcast Addict, iTunes. That's right. So it's whether you choose the material which is already fixed or you choose the material which is not fixed. In case of radio, it's not fixed. So you can always just tune in and listen to it. Like in case of podcast, it's wonderful because they have like sometimes even topics. So you can pick up, you can work on it. You know what I mean? And that's a wonderful, wonderful piece of material. So audiobooks, it's a bit of a it's a bit different, I think, because after all, it's literature. It might not be literature, but I mean the reproduction and the exposure is a bit different. So I mean, I think you need a proper approach in order to work with all three. Okay, and if you find one, then it's just like it just starts picking up, and you just like progress in no time. So feel free to surround yourself with the language in passive way. Okay, podcast, audiobooks, radio, and another thing that you can do is you can like start working on it from the inside, as I said before. It means that you can write down like unknown words because you don't really want to stop yourself every time, right? Just to pause the podcast because you're interrupting the flow. I always find it rather mm, like disconnecting. So, but you can just type things, okay? You can sit here, listen to it, and do a bit of transcription. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it just like it allows you to pick up a lot of new words, see the context, and make it natural. Most importantly, okay. So always try to choose podcast like native podcast when native speakers speak about something. So it comes from the right source. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, here you go. You can do that, and then you can just pick up a lot of things, as I said before, a lot of vocab, a lot of actual vocab, and later on, your task here, not only to pick it up, but also to use it in your own speech, to apply. You know what I mean? To apply. Oh, such a sweet word, too. Fluency was a sweet word, and apply is like such a sweet word too. I don't know. So applying, you need to apply that which you sort of absorbed, like from passive, make it active. It's like a phase that you've got to go through. It's like a phase of basically forging metal. If you know this technique, it's like amazing when you shape something, and it's so wonderful. So first thing you do, you just absorb, and then you work from the inside, and then you turn it into active material for your own speech, for your own thoughts, how you can, yeah, the way how you can actually input it and like use it later on in your own speech. And it can be anywhere. It can be, you can start even by, well, by speaking with a teacher, because he can correct you, right? And he can give you a lot of like natural exposure to the language. So it's great. It could be a plan for your next um, online class. So yeah, um, and you have to keep like surrounding yourself with the language, because the more you surround yourself, the more, even if it's artificial, don't worry, it works, and it works pretty well depending on the time that you dedicate to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So um, you can just give it a try. I think that it's a great exercise, and you sort of create like pretty much um, context around you. It's a wonderful thing, and it's like you live in totally different environment for a while, for that time when you just put like earphones, or yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah. So the another thing here is that you can make yourself a part of it. Like when you listen to that podcast and you realize you can imagine different things, right? First of all is the topic. Second of all is like, I how would that be if I was that? Yeah, and you can just also start, I don't know, maybe describing these things, and yeah. So most importantly, your task here is to pick up a lot of new things for you, and then see them within the structure, and then use them in your own speech. Use that particular word, that particular phrase, that particular sentence, maybe even. I don't know. Yeah, that's why typing helps a lot. Um, yeah. So, I mean, do not do not miss the opportunity to do that. It could be anything, radio, audiobooks, or podcasts for that matter. I said about the active way to surround yourself. We don't really have time to talk about it, but here now, ladies and gentlemen, my dears, I'm about to stop this session for today, and I'm thankful to you for listening to me. I'm thankful to you for the interaction. I'm thankful to you just for being present. Okay, thank you. I am about to say goodbye. I'm about to sign off, but I wish you all the best in your language learning. Okay. I hope that I did not bother you too much, and I hope that it was useful and you could pick up something of it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I hope so, because later on you can also use this. Yeah, the main apply it. That's the most important thing. Thank you all, and thank you for your comments. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. It's so nice, and enjoy the rest of it. And I hope maybe sometime later we will be able to see, or maybe like hear from one another. Okay, bye bye, and enjoy the rest of it. See you. Cheers.